In this training, we will be addressing the single audit requirement for receiving federal funds. We'll talk about what this regulation requires, if it applies to your project, and how to stay in compliance. What is the single audit requirement? A single audit is an audit that is above and beyond an organization's annual audit. The single audit includes an in-depth review of the organization's accounting practices and processes as it relates specifically to receiving and administering federal grants. If a non-federal entity spends more than $750,000 in grant funds in a prior fiscal year, they must complete a single audit. Federal contracts do not contribute to this amount. Additionally, for-profits are exempt from this requirement even if they are a grant recipient. As a note, references to non-federal entities and 2 CFR 200 do not refer to for-profits or contractors. Non-federal entities is defined in 2 CFR 200.1 definitions as a state, local government, Indian tribe, institution of higher education, or nonprofit organization that carries out a federal award as a recipient or subrecipient. Does the requirement to complete a single audit apply to my project? Yes, if your organization is a non-federal entity that spent more than $750,000 in federal funding in the prior fiscal year. The single audit requirement does not apply to for-profit organizations. For example, a for-profit internet service provider, ISP, would not be subject to the requirement. For the exception of the high-cost support mechanism, the requirement applies to all federally funded grant programs, including the Broadband Deployment Board, SLFRF, funding, and Advanced Colorado Broadband grant programs. So, what do I have to do? If you did not spend $750,000 or more in federal grant funds in the previous fiscal year, but will this year, you will need to complete a single audit once your fiscal year ends. You should contract an external auditor to complete the single audit for your entity. Once finalized, you must upload the audit to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse and send a copy to CBO. If you have already completed a single audit, you will submit it to CBO as part of your grant application. If awarded a grant, you will also need to submit a copy every year your agency spends over $750,000 in a fiscal year. So, for example, if your agency spends $1 million in federal grant funds every year for 4 years, you will complete and submit 4 single audits, 1 per fiscal year. Send the single audit to advance_CBO@state.co.us with a copy to your program manager. Single audits must be submitted within 30 days of the completion of the audit or 9 months after the close of the fiscal year, whichever is earlier. It is the agency's responsibility to proactively submit them to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse and CBO. Thank you for your time today and your commitment to learning more about the compliance requirements around the Advanced Colorado Broadband programs. Please reach out to us with any questions. Advance_CBO@state.co.us.